Hey guys, welcome to A Little Less Lisa. If you're new here, my name is Lisa, and this is my channel all about my health, wellness, fitness, and weight loss maintenance journey. This particular video is my weekly check-in. I don't even know now what week it is. It's week something, 55 maybe, something like that. We're gonna let go of the week number updates because, as I said, I sort of feel like it's how you handle children, infants, toddlers when they get to a certain age. You stop saying months and you just go to years. So yeah, it's been a little over a year, and this is where I tell you how my week went and all the things you might want to know. So let's get into it. If you're new here, my name is Lisa and I am a 58-year-old postmenopausal female. I started my journey on March 28th of 2024 and have lost over 50 pounds through diet, exercise, and the help of a GLP-GIP medication. I do get my medication through Friday's Health. They are a fantastic telehealth company. I am an affiliate of theirs, and right now they are still, I believe, doing, thankfully, $100 off of your first month. So if you are interested in finding a telehealth company, they do both name brand and compounded medication, so you can do that. They have mental health coaching, they have fitness coaching, they have a fitness app that they've partnered with, so you've got free workouts on that you can do in addition to like a group fitness coaching session that they do through Friday's Health themselves. And they do both group and one-on-one nutritional coaching. So the price is all inclusive. There's no member fee and then a separate medication fee. It's just all in one depending on which medication you are looking at. So as I said, if you'd like to save $100 on your first month, you can use the code LISA and that will save you $100. So there's always a link in my description box. If you are interested, you can click that. You can just simply go to joinfridays.com and put LISA, L-I-S-A, in the discount, whatever if you have a code, whatever place, either way works. But I love Friday's Health. I really love the fact that they look at a patient as a whole, not just, giving out medication and not caring about anything else. Because through this whole journey, and we will talk about that when I do my 1-year recap, a lot happens, right? You may be struggling, as I did at times, with nutrition, right? Not being able to get in enough protein, maybe eating too many calories, not understanding really how to track, what kind of macros should you be looking at to be successful. The whole fitness thing, right? You want to work to maintain as much lean muscle mass as possible. And all of those things are things that I can get from Friday's Health that are a part of my membership. I don't have to pay separately, right? I don't have to go to a registered dietitian and get a referral from my physician and do it that way. I can just simply schedule an appointment online through the Friday's Health portal with a registered dietitian and get all of my questions answered. If I just want to go on a group session, I can do that too and ask my questions there. It's so user-friendly and they are so patient-centric that it is, I think, the best telehealth company out there. Obviously, I'm probably a little biased in that that's who I use and I've been using for a very long time, definitely before I became an advocate. So I really, truly believe in their program. So if you're interested and you're looking for someone, highly recommend. But I have been using them for a very long time for my medication as well as all of those other things I described. And they were very helpful, and it has been very helpful to help me lose that over 50 pounds. So I am 5'6" tall. I started my journey at 183.8 pounds. I hit my initial goal weight of losing 40 pounds after about, I think it was 16 weeks or so, 15, 16 weeks. I lost very quickly using the medication. And then I decided that I just didn't really feel like that's where I was comfortable. So when I got to that weight and I was there for a couple weeks, I thought, I think I would like to try to lose another 10 pounds, get to an even 50 pounds. So that's what I did. That took me about another, I think, maybe 6 weeks, something like that. Again, I'll go over all of those kind of timeline things in my 1-year recap. But yeah, I got to that, and then I've pretty much been maintaining ever since. The highest dosage I ever got to was 5 milligrams. That is what I am currently on, although at the moment I am either splitting my dose and also extending the amount of time between doses, or just taking my normal full dose of 5 milligrams, but again, stretching out that time in between. I sort of am trying to rely on my body's own cues of, whether I should then take another dose or not. I'm certainly not taking those doses any closer than a week, especially a full dose. So anyway, probably should get more on that. I do think that there's a new app out. I know I saw the Downsized interview a guy, I don't remember his name. If I can find that video, I will link it below, who developed an app basically that will track all those things. It should be a pretty easy thing to track. I mean, developing an app for that. But what they did is, as a part of the app, if I remember correctly, this was a while ago, is that I think it's supposed to sort of predict how long it should take you to lose weight, and it takes a bunch of variables and maybe prior data that they have from test studies, and I don't know. But anyway, it does more than just track your medicine, but it is a good way to track your medicine if you don't want to do it on a spreadsheet. Obviously, doing it on a spreadsheet is super easy too. I don't know why I got out of the habit of doing it. I just did. So maybe I'll try that app. I will look and find that video so I can see what the name of the app is. If anybody knows the name of that app, please leave it in the comments below. That way I won't have to go hunt for the video. But anyway, I think that about kind of brings you up to speed as to where I am. So essentially I've been maintaining since around, I think, the September time frame, somewhere in that neighborhood. So, definitely over 6 months now. 7, maybe almost 8, 7 months, something like that. So yeah, it's going well. I mean, there have been challenges along the way, certainly. Maintenance is definitely a hit or miss, trial and error kind of thing. There's no formula to it, just like there's honestly no formula to the medicine, right? I mean, obviously, even the manufacturers have realized that titrating up every 4 weeks is not really the way to go. Yes, it was the way the studies were done, but in real life, not everybody needs to titrate up that quickly. And so they've taken that out of their recommendations and out of their instructions. So, you just you got to kind of see how things go, I guess is my point. So anyway, let's get into how this last week was, if there was anything noteworthy, and just how I am doing in general. So if you missed my last check-in, you will know that we've got some things going on here in our household that have made things very stressful, quite a bit going on. I did say everybody's health is fine, but we are dealing with quite a bit, and it's been difficult, and it's definitely wreaked havoc on my weight. Although I will tell you that I did gain back essentially what I lost the week before. So when I said I was below my maintenance range last week, I'm still a little bit below my maintenance range, but I definitely was able to put some of that weight back on. So that was good. I would say I was not very focused on protein this week. Partly it was Passover, and so that's always a little weird. And we had a lot of leftovers. So, I had matzo ball soup a couple of times, just because it was easy, because it was leftover. I could just heat it up. Obviously, there's no protein in matzo ball soup. But we did have some really good brisket leftover. So one night I had brisket for dinner. I did have a couple of my Factor meals, because I did have those delivered this past week. And I did make, I think, 2 of our meals. Again, we had so many leftovers that I really didn't have the need to cook a lot this week. So yeah, would like to be better about that. I am doing a little different coffee routine. I know, shocking, right? Because I am like this with my protein coffee since May of 2020, coming up on 5 years here. But I decided to try the Jabi protein coffee mix. So I've been doing that. So I've been getting like almost 50 grams of protein in my protein coffee. So that's really good. I have to kind of get used to the fact that it has a different flavor, and it's going to have a different flavor. It's not the same coffee that I've been drinking for the last almost 5 years. So, you know, it's going to take me a little bit, but I don't dislike it. It's just, as I said, it has a different taste to it. So yeah, so that part has been, I did film a new workout routine that I am doing, as well as kind of a what I eat in a day. So I will have that up probably maybe mid-week this week, somewhere in there. I'm really excited to share that new workout routine with you. I've started with a new app that I am just really, really excited about. So stay tuned for that so you can learn all about that. I did get all of my workouts in. I worked out 3 times this past week in the gym, you know, lifting weights, and 2 of those were using this new app, and it was fantastic. Let me tell you, I worked out yesterday. That was my 3rd day, and it was an all body, you know, full body workout. Wow, my legs are feeling it. So, and that's always really good. I just felt like I was getting to a point where I wasn't pushing myself, because I had already done like the free workouts that we have on the app through Friday's Health. I had already done both like the at-home version and the gym version almost completely through both times. I mean, I did the gym one completely through, and then I started to do the home version, and it's essentially the same moves, just, you know, different ways of accomplishing it. So it wasn't really necessarily a different workout. It was just kind of using different apparatus, I guess. So I was doing that. They also had like a free beginner type workout that had nothing to do with Friday's Health. It's a free beginner workout. It's like a 2-week workout. You know, I was kind of doing that and throwing those in, and, you know, then I would just have some days where I would kind of just wing it, and I just wasn't really getting pushed. And if I want to continue to build lean muscle, I really need to push myself, which is why then I decided to go with this training app. So stay tuned. But that was great. I did, you know, my 1 day of Pilates. I'm still deciding whether I want to go with 2 times a week or not. We'll see how that is. I think actually I'm about to come up at the end of this month, of my month in my, you know, my cycle for billing. So I probably should decide that soon if I want to change that or not. But yeah, I'm feeling really strong. I'm feeling great with my, you know, incisions, and my scars and everything are healing great. And I'm, you know, have pretty much, I would say 99% mobility back in my arms and, you know, upper body, that kind of thing. So that's great. So yeah, all that went really well. I would say, you know, I'm completely done, unfortunately, with my April challenge. That has just completely gone by the wayside, and that's fine. I'm not going to beat myself up about that. As much as it was something that I really wanted to accomplish, I know that, as they say, shit happens, and it's okay. You know, life will continue to go on, and I can do the challenge another month when things are a little more calm around here and I feel a little less anxious. So I think, yeah, I don't know that there's anything else really to report on. As I said, you know, stuff is still going on here, so it's still a little stressful. I did meet with my therapist this past week as well, and we started talking about, you know, the stuff that's happening, and so that will probably be the focus of my weekly sessions going forward. Yeah, I think that's probably about it as far as my check-in is concerned. I did put out a Q&A box on my community tab, so if you are subscribed to my channel, you will have seen that. I will probably put it up one more time to ask if anybody has questions that they want me to address in my 1-year recap video that I'm about to film. Oh, this was exciting. So I had this whole tub of clothes that I was trying to sell on Poshmark. And I was just getting really tired of this tub sitting there and, you know, nothing was selling. And I was like, you know, I'm just gonna just donate them. Like I pulled out some pieces that were, you know, designer and worth quite a bit of money. And so I will still try to sell those. But in pulling all those out, I thought that I had already pretty much either given away or donated all of my previous body clothing. And I found a couple of pair of pants and a pair of jeans. I was so excited for that because I was able to pull those out and I saved those. So I will have those classic before and after, or, you know, showing how I can pretty much fit my whole body in one side of, you know, a pair of pants kind of thing. I'm so excited about that. That was great. That was an exciting thing. But my point is I will show those obviously when I do my 1-year recap. So if you want to leave a question in the comments below for the video, you can certainly do that here. You don't have to do it on that community tab post. Don't worry about that. But I will probably put out one more sort of call to action, you know, if you want to leave me a question for that. But I would like to get that filmed this week so I can get that out for you, because obviously now I'm a few weeks past my 1-year anniversary. And yeah, I think it'll be fun to look back and just, you know, see what's changed. It's amazing when I have gone back and looked at photos, because, you know, I mean, you see yourself change. And even though I have done the before and after pictures and taken photos, you know, every month pretty much, you see the changes, but it's amazing how you forget what you really looked like then. Yeah. Anyway, so excited to do that video so I can show you my pants. Anyway. So leave a question in the comments below if you want, or on the community tab post. Either one is fine. If you have any questions for me or something that you think I can help you with, I am more than happy to do so. Obviously, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical provider. I cannot give you medical advice, but if it's something that I can help you with based on my own experience, I am more than happy to do that. So leave those comments below as well. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I am really getting closer and closer to 3,000 subscribers. I would love to hit that, you know, hopefully before the middle of the year would be great. So if you can help me out with that, click the subscribe button and the notification bell below. That way you will know every time I upload a video. If you want to keep on watching, there'll be another video in the corner here for you to watch. And remember, kindness and hate spread the same. The choice is yours. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.